What's up, guys? Dustin here. Kim's here. We are, what are we doing? We're driving real slow through the Rocky Mountains right now. We're on our way to go camping, and it is nice out. Cruising down one of our favorite forest roads here. We got Bob in tow with us, which I'll give you guys a tour of. I know I've been saying I've been wanting to do that for a while, but I'll actually give you guys a little sneak peek at one of our little projects we've done here in the past. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna cruise up this road here. It gets a little thin and sketchy in spots, and other spots aren't too bad. Why? Why is it a good spot?
There's no cell phone service.
Yeah, there's no cell service, and there's not a lot of people back here, but it is the 4th of July. Happy America Day to everybody. I know you'll see this like 4 days later, but yeah, or later than that. We'll see. Anyway, I gotta drive. Really green up here. It's really awesome to see all the water and stuff, and you know, all the trees and grass are doing so good. We usually don't run into this much water on the trail up here. As you heard. So this is one of our favorite spots, guys. Hardly anybody comes back this far. But yeah, it's just a nice little green landing out here. We've got some trees. We got room to set up hammocks and stuff. Nobody's been out here. Try to set up camp right here. Look at our view through the valley. Just incredibly green. It's awesome. Lots of flowers and stuff too. So we're gonna set up and do some exploring. All right, guys, we're pretty much set up. Got Bob here. We'll do a tour later. Right now, we're gonna get a little fire going because the mosquitoes and the flies are pretty thick. That's kind of the disadvantage of having a good spring with lots of moisture. You're gonna have a lot more bugs, and we definitely have that going on. So we're gonna go ahead and light a fire, kind of get some natural bug repellent going. As you've seen, guys, Kim got the fire going. I want to scare off some of the mosquitoes out here. Pretty thick with all the moisture and stuff we've had. But fire's going good. Got a little smoke on it, which is what we want. Got everything cleared out around the fire pit. Got some new rocks and stuff up on the edge. Definitely want a good fire pit. Even with it being green out here, you can never be too careful. That fire is actually a little big, but we are trying to get it hot. I'm gonna get some coals going because we're gonna be cooking on that here in a little bit. Got a good dinner planned. Got some ribeyes we're gonna throw on the open fire. It's gonna be awesome. Whew. We are at altitude, so me struggling to breathe like normal is way worse up here. But we're gonna go find some downed trees that have since died off, so we can get some more firewood for tonight. Love seeing stuff like this. So this is actually the Colorado State flower. This is the Rocky Mountain Combine. One of my personal favorites, actually. There's a bunch up here. Lots of other stuff too. We got some wild roses and stuff growing. It's a pretty cool spot. We like it. It's pretty secluded. Get a four-wheeler or a hiker going by on the trail every once in a while, but other than that, it's pretty quiet back here. Let's get some of this tree. Yeah, altitude's pretty high up here, guys. About 9,000 feet, maybe even 9,200, I think. Last time I looked at the topo map. This is basically just a little two-track road. It's pretty passable if you have a higher suspension vehicle. Up until about where our campsite is now. If you go much past where I'm standing, this thing gets pretty off-roady. It's more for ATVs and Jeeps past about where I'm at. But up until that point, it's actually not too bad. If you got a small SUV, you know, you could probably get back here. We've actually had, you know, Subaru Outbacks and stuff back here, but they drag bottom in spots. And, you know, you risk ripping your oil pan off on stuff like that. The Denali, it's higher off the ground, but it's longer, so it's definitely more of a struggle. I apologize for the breathing. Walking uphill, and like I said, the altitude, we're about 9,000 feet. It's noticeable. So one of my favorite things about this campsite up here, there's basically no internet, no cell phone service. Barely even an FM radio signal, so there's nothing coming out here. There's no distractions. None of your friends are going to be getting on Facebook or anything like that, which is awesome. But downside to that, when you're trying to get a group of people up to the same spot, and you're trying to communicate with them, and you're all leaving at different times, it's a little bit hard. So what I'm doing right now, so I'm climbing this rocky road here. That doesn't look very steep to you guys, but I can assure you it's quite steep. There's a hill a few hundred yards behind camp here that you can get about 1 bar of service, get a text out. So that's where I'm going to. Gotta go send a text to the guys. So my buddies are gonna come up and meet us and hang out for a few days. Oh, God, look at this trail. Yeah, you don't want to be taking a small car up this. So the rest of the trail actually is a lot like this, and there's some spots that are worse. We've had some off-road vehicles back here before, but we never take anything. We're ways back there, guys. Did bring my road beer, that's probably not helping, but it tastes good. One of my favorite breweries right here in Colorado, Dry Dock in Aurora. Got a pineapple milkshake IPA. Sounds weird, but it is delicious. So that was a pretty good climb up this hill, guys, but the view is actually worth it pretty good. I don't know if you can see it. Way down in that valley, there's that little tan spot. That's actually a dam on a reservoir. Some good fish down there, but that's quite the hike to get down there, guys. It's at the bottom of this ravine. Going down is pretty easy, but when coming back up for it, dang near it'll kill you. So absolutely gorgeous. Love this place. All right, I'm gonna turn airplane mode off. Hopefully get some service here in a second. About 1 bar of 4G. That ain't very good. I'm gonna wait around up here, see if I can get some responses back, All right, guys, coming back down the mountain. I can actually breathe a little bit. It's not such a struggle coming downhill. One of my favorite things up through this valley here. The mountain range way in the background. That's Long's Peak. That's about a 14,000 foot mountain.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Making some dinner.
Yeah?
Yeah. Some steaks with some red potatoes, carrots, onions, salt, pepper, and
Nice.
Italian seasoning. Got
some ribeyes. We got, look at that. I guess I'll give you guys a little tour of Bob. I know we keep talking about this thing, and I have yet to even show a video about it. You always catch it in the background of my other videos. So, here. Don't ask me why we named it Bob. We just did. Kim named it. Kim named it Bob, and I don't remember why.
You don't remember why? So, we built Bob because we want to take the kids on a trip to the Grand Canyon, but we don't want to have to stay in a hotel or anything like that. So we decided that the money we would use to stay in hotels, we would put into Bob. So I was very skeptical about this entire thing, about the build, everything. So I named it Bob so that when it broke down, I could go, "What's the prob, Bob?" That's what it was.
Yeah.
What's the prob,
What's
Bob?
the prob? You have no trust in my ingenuity?
I mean, we had just met when you built Bob.
That's true. Bob's actually been around a while. This is one of my earlier builds. And I built this in about 2 weeks out of a 40... This camera's dirty. Sorry, I must have got bug spray on you guys. Anyway. So I built Bob in a pretty big hurry, actually. I built him in about 2 weeks. It's made out of a 40-year-old cargo trailer that was falling apart. I bought it for $200 off an old guy in town. He was actually just going to go dump it off at an auction somewhere. I gave him $200 for it. All the parts that you see that are red right now, those are the original trailer. Those parts are still pretty rough, but it actually had good bones. You know, it had thick steel angle iron trailer frame. The axle was good. I put new bearings in it. Put brand new tires on it, so I got about $230 in that. So we're about, you know, a little over $400 so far, just getting everything dialed in. It was originally white. The roof was flat and rotten, and the back door was basically just a piece of tin that was dangling back here. He used it for goose decoys, so he obviously didn't care about it that much. So what we did is cleaned up everything on the inside, cut the roof off, cut the back half off, framed in the sides, framed in the back and the roof with 2x3s, insulated it like crazy. It's got a ton of insulation in it. The roof actually has a reflective foam board in it, backed with R13. The sides have R13 in them, and those are all pressed against the aluminum sides of the trailer. So this is all aluminum. We have steel angle iron here, and then on the inside of that is actually 2x3 joints. So this is all framed in. This thing is stout. It's actually not that heavy, but it is very well built. It's very strong, and we take it on these crazy Jeep roads like you've seen us come up here in, and it is very, very well built. Very well insulated too. We stay warm in it. We stayed up here in September, you know, 20-degree overnight temperatures. It's fine without a heater. 2 people in there, plenty of body heat, just stays inside. It's awesome. So all this is all cedar that was left over from a job site that some guy gave me. So that was all free. This door is an old door off of an RV. I literally cut it in half, reframed it in. Yeah, just an old RV door. Cut down, frames cut down. The whole thing's wrapped in cedar. Cedar does really good. It's doesn't get too much moisture damage. The bugs don't like it. You know, this is just kind of a natural finish for it. It's looking a little rough because, like I said, this is a several-year-old project. Just got some little stabilizer jacks on it. I ended up putting on new tail lights. Threw some red enamel on it. Gave it some pop for sure. Cut holes in the sides here. Those windows weren't here. These are reclaimed windows from an RV. Just recently, this year actually, I flipped the axles, giving it a 4-inch lift. So what we did is take the axle from on top of the leaf spring where it used to be, pulled it out, flipped it to the bottom side there. We beefed up the structural integrity of the frame and stuff when we did that too. Added some angle iron underneath, give it some more girth, because last year we did crack a weld coming back on these Jeep roads, this weld right here. So I repaired that, beefed it up on the bottom side, and it's actually done very well this year. So this is like our utility box up here. This actually has a 1200 watt power inverter, 2 deep cycle batteries inside of it, and the solar charge controller, plus an extension cord and some other stuff that we might use. It's all decked out. Got LED lights all over the outside, all over the inside. This is a 160 watt solar panel. It's got a 20 amp charge controller on that. Provides plenty of power for the 2 deep cycle batteries that are in there. Keeps those things topped off. The batteries are actually reclaimed as well. I pulled those out of an old camper that a customer wanted to put new ones in, even though they were still working. So the batteries weren't brand new, but they're still holding a pretty decent charge. This is a little cheap awning that I built for it. Just enough to get 2 chairs underneath, get you out of the sun when the sun's not, you know, setting like it is right now. No, this is all reclaimed too. This is an old awning we pulled off another old camper. So a lot of old RV parts are involved in this thing, but it's actually stronger and more insulated than any camper could be. You know, this is going to outlast teardrops and that sort of thing. With the teardrop campers, you kind of have the flat roof style on it. This is actually corrugated steel, and it sits on top of a rubberized roofing material. So that thing is super weatherproofed. It's all trimmed out. The sides and stuff, you know, it looks a little rough because it's a 40-year-old trailer, but you know, we sealed all this stuff up, and then it's coated in that red enamel. We can pull this down these 2-track roads. You know, this is, some of that stuff was off-roading basically. You know, little cars can't make it up, but we've got a camper back here. You don't see people with campers back here. This is usually a tenting place. Plenty of storage on the inside, so we can drag all our stuff out. Got everything organized in our totes. Got our camp kitchen, camera gear. We've got, you know, our box of all our camping goodies here. You know, Axe's bug spray, that sort of thing. So I know you guys want to see the inside, so let's go take a look. There's about a 2-foot landing here at the end. This area here, usually just storage for your boots and stuff when you come in at night. Inside, it's all finished out. Some nice wainscot. Like I said, guys, I got most of this wood in this thing for free. This stuff is about the only thing I had to go pay for. This was discounted at Home Depot for 50% off for some reason, and it's lovely. I could paint this and do whatever, but I've left it rough. Well, it's smooth, but I've left it unfinished. It looks nice that way, I think. This fits just barely a queen bed wall to wall. So no storage there or there. I might raise it up, put storage underneath it, but I do have the storage loft up here. And we can get quite a bit of stuff up here. So I got a tray. It's got, you know, essentials in it. We got some hiking gear. We've got a spare tent for friends that want to join. There's some battery powered fans. There's, what else we got up there? Oh, that's the hammocks. It's nice and cool in here, guys, because like I said, it's well insulated, both in the summer and in the winter. It just kind of keeps temperature pretty well. 2 accordion windows, they fold up. You look outside, we got screens on everything. Look at this. This is a USB fan that goes over here to the USB charger I installed. Little USB charger, plus I've got a battery gauge here. 12.2 volts because we don't have any sun on the solar panel right now, so we're just drawing off battery. These lights are all reclaimed from a camper, and even the wiring for these lights, for the 12 volt system and the 110 volt system, all that stuff's reclaimed too, guys. I mean, if you guys can find an old camper, which people almost give away nowadays, especially ones that have roof rot and stuff, go get the parts out of it. Go reclaim it. There's a lot of good stuff in there, you know. Maybe not use any of the camper, the roof's rotten, but pull the wiring, pull the lights, pull the appliances, you know, whatever you want. Anyway, it's cozy in here. It's not super big, but it's a comfortable bed. It's plenty warm. And you know, we get a kick out of this thing. We've taken it all over the place. We've been down to the Grand Canyon and stuff with it. We set up the tent for the kids. Me and Kim stay in here, and you know, it's real pleasant. Like I said, we've got power. We got 110. We got 12 volt. We got our fans. We got our lights. You know, things really set up pretty well. But anyway, I've babbled on long enough about that. But I know you guys have been asking questions about it, so thought I'd finally give you the tour. That is Bob, our micro camper, and we built this thing for less than $800, all in, including the trailer and the new tires. So I think we did pretty good on it. Like
He
Bob.
protects us from the bears out here.
Yeah, it is really secure. It locks up. It's got a deadbolt and everything on it. So we hunker down in there when we're way out here in the boonies and nothing else around. I'm stoked, guys. You saw those steaks. They're looking good. I'm cooking them in their own juices with potatoes and carrots and onions, some seasoning and stuff, so that's going to be awesome. I think we're going to just grab a couple beers and hang out and see how the night goes. The sun is setting, guys. Little storm cloud over there. No big deal. Might get a sprinkle. But hey, I've had these things on the coals for about 30 minutes. I'm about ready to open them up. Oh, it smells amazing. Look at that, guys. Ribeye, baby red potatoes, onions, garlic, seasoning, some butter, carrots. Sunsets out here are usually really good, guys. Usually pretty good cloud cover. Something backs up against these bigger mountains. And actually the title page for our channel, if you haven't already clicked subscribe, go to our channel, click the subscribe button, and then look at the title bar at the top. That's the picture of that right there from last year when we were up here. It says Life and Wind across it, and you can see the mountain range in the background. So go check that out, guys. Also hit the like button if you haven't already. Yeah, look at that. That's what I like to see. All right, we're gonna have dinner. There you have it, guys. Made a little coffee with the old percolator there. If you haven't ever used one of those, I recommend it sometimes. Coffee's a little chunky or not strong enough. You can never really get it just right, but it always tastes good. Hey guys, haven't seen you since I made coffee this morning. We kind of went for a little bit of a drive and checked out some forest roads and stuff out here, and didn't bring the camera with me. Went on a little hike around a little lake up here, and we actually cruised into town and had dinner tonight. We were supposed to meet some friends and have them follow us up, but they couldn't make it, so we decided to just go ahead and have dinner. Now we're up here, got a little fire going again. Well guys, it's you can't see it because it's too dark. I got the umbrella out. It is. It's raining. See it popping in the fire. It's not liking the rain. Yeah, it's pretty much putting our fire out. Yeah, and I'm getting wet.
Okay, let's go.
Are we done?
We're done.
All right, we're done for the night. Yep.
Stop.
Why?
Because.
All right, day 3, and we just kind of enjoyed some R&R up here. It's been nice. Just had some fires, made some dinner, made some breakfast. Why are you covering your face?
Because it's day 3.
We're a little dirty because we haven't showered in 3 days. That's okay. We're about picked up here. I think we're gonna head home today. Well, actually, not today. We're heading home tomorrow.
Yeah. But
we're leaving this campsite today. We're gonna tool around the mountains a little bit and then head down to town. We're actually gonna go to a concert tonight. So it's been kind of a fun 4 days off for us.
For your birthday.
Yeah, for America and for my birthday. Yeah, all loaded up. Here, let me give you a peek of what everything put away looks like. It actually fits pretty well in here. Ta-da! So 2 totes with all supplies. This thing here is the camp kitchen that unfolds, and the awning and the chairs and stuff go sit in the middle. And blankets and pillows and stuff are up there. Pretty simple, guys. Set up pretty well. It's easy to put things away. The totes organizes everything pretty good, and then the totes are packed, you know, in there tight enough where they don't bounce around while we're cruising down these bumpy roads. It worked out pretty well. We have a real mattress in there. That's really the main purpose of this. It's like a bed on wheels. That
We're old.
Because we're old, and we still like camping way up in the middle of nowhere, but laying on the ground in a tent is not as fun as it used to be. This is our not camper. Doesn't have a bathroom, doesn't have running water, but it's got solar power and lights and a comfortable bed, and it's warm. Guys, we're doing a little bit of exploring. We got the camp all packed up. We'll cruise down some of these roads, check out the mountains a little bit, and then we're gonna head back into town. But thank you so much for tuning in with us.
Thanks.
And appreciate you guys hitting the like and subscribe buttons, checking out our channel, that sort of thing. If you like Bob, go ahead and drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys would do to make camping a little bit better. Or make our little micro camper better too, because we're thinking about building a second one, putting a little bit more thought into it now that we have one. It's kind of a concept idea, so I wanted to show you guys that, give you a little tour. So hopefully you enjoyed the tour, a couple of our cool mountain shots and that sort of thing. I'm going to continue driving on these crazy roads, or lack thereof roads. So thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you. We'll see you next time.